Hi, I'm Laurel Moen. Today I would like to talk about my research project, the American Catholic Church and the Civil War. This research paper focused my review of primary and secondary sources on the actions that the American Catholic Church took during the Civil War and the impact that those actions had on the acceptance of Catholicism by American society. Within this setting, the research question is, what impact did the Civil War have on the American Catholic Church, which is significant to understanding how the American Catholic Church navigated the divisiveness of the Civil War and was able to reconstitute itself as an accepted American religion after the conclusion of the conflict. Accordingly, the thesis is that the actions taken by the American Catholic Church during the Civil War resulted in the acceptance of the Catholic Church as an American religious faith in the years after the war. The following topics were examined: the religious landscape of antebellum America, the antebellum conditions that influenced the American Catholic Church to decline involvement in the politics of the Civil War, the actions taken by individual American Catholic bishops and members on both sides of the conflict, and the impact that those actions had on the acceptance of Catholicism in post-Civil War America. While both sides of the Civil War were predominantly Protestant who read and understood the same scriptures, each became convinced that God favored their opposing positions regarding slavery and abolition. "I can fight your battles so long as you make the Constitution your fortress," wrote Governor William L. Macy of New York to antebellum Southern politician John C. Calhoun. "But if you go to the Bible or make it a question of ethics, you must not expect me or any respectable member of the free states to be with you." Governor Marcy did not grasp that the Southern worldview regarding slavery was built on a Protestant biblical defense based on the Old Testament that years later would imbue the Confederacy with the moral justification for the continuation of slavery and the secession from the Union. The majority faith of antebellum America was Protestant, as only some 10% of the population was Catholic. Accordingly, members of the Catholic Church understood that they were a minority in a country that was predominantly Protestant. There was also a fair amount of prejudice towards Catholics in antebellum America, with the prevalence of anti-Catholic sentiment by nativist Protestants. Many of the leaders of the American Catholic Church believed that the involvement of religion with politics had led to antebellum anti-Catholic abolitionist and secessionist movements, and consequently advocated the abstention of clergy from all political activities. In the absence of specific guidance from their leadership, American Catholic bishops simply followed their individual loyalties to North or South and the corresponding ideologies. Since there are more sacraments involved in the Catholic faith than in the Protestant denominations, and as many of the sacraments require Catholic priests, both armies of the North and South found themselves in need of chaplains who could minister to their Catholic soldiers. This would involve a total of 3,694 men on both sides of the conflict who served as Catholic chaplains, including 80 priests. It was also estimated that over 700 Catholic nuns from different congregations in the northern and southern states served as nurses during the Civil War. While the selfless actions and faith of the Catholic chaplains and nurses gave many Protestants a favorable review of Catholicism that would be foundational for the acceptance of Catholicism as an American religion in subsequent years, American Catholics continued to be persecuted until early in the 20th century. The Civil War was an egregious example of the failure of American Christians to abide by God's expectations for unity and peaceful resolution of human issues that is stated by Paul in his letter to the Ephesians. "I, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, as you were called to the one hope that belongs to your call, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all."